All right, so for this general discussion, this is going to focus on MP Kamina Johnson-Smith's damn to fail attempts to become Commonwealth Secretary General. Sorry, just to put it this way. No, I've been waiting for this for a while now. I didn't really say anything because I didn't know when or if I was going to record it, unless there was like this useful or teachable moment that I could attach to this. So yeah, there's some stories I just sit on, and then if something salient comes up, yeah, then I can throw my 2 cents in. And yeah, when I say damn to fail, I knew from the get go what the outcome was going to be because sure enough, even though people were touting horns that she was going to get it, and even Kamina Johnson-Smith, I have had endorsement from Boris Johnson himself, and yeah, I'm going to get into why that didn't work out so well. But lo and behold, Kamina Johnson-Smith did lost out to Baroness Patricia Scotland, who was in the post before her, and is going to, and so she's going to be continuing ahead for next 2 years before she goes about her business. Now, I'll first of all say this now. How does this pertain to good or Jamaica? Now, does Kamina Johnson-Smith really, if she had won in some alternate universe, I might add, how would this have helped Jamaica or the Caribbean itself? Well, that's a rhetorical question because it would have just been a symbolic gesture and nothing more. It was just going to be one of those symbolic victories in which we just basically be able to live vicariously through her. I mean, like, she honestly would not have done anything that would have really benefited Jamaica or the Caribbean if she had gone into this post. And let's just call a spade a spade. And the popular rumor is that this was going to benefit more Britain more than Jamaica and everything else, because Jamaica, as you know, is still on the thumb of British rule. Even though the talk saying that we are going to move beyond the monarchy, well, let's just see if actions speak louder than words at some point. But what I get from this is that, yeah, what was things that I did not like about is that there's a lot of money given towards this damn to fail campaign. Because let's just be honest, though, that I know people are going to screw this, going to try and twist is that I'm just hating on this woman. Nah, I'm just looking at the company she keeps, and especially the current government that we have, which, to be honest and fair, has shown more and more time and time again, like the opposition, that yeah, there's basically a band of bandits who are in it for their own self-centered means. And yeah, with the fact that there have been controversy about Kamina Johnson-Smith prior to this, there was no way that this was really going to work well for Jamaica. So yeah, for those who think that this was going to be like some kind of symbolic gesture, this was that is something that was going to benefit Jamaica. Grow the hell up, though. You have to be stuck and stupid if you believe that we are going to benefit collectively as a whole, because we didn't really benefit because all that money that the government spent into to boosting her up, where did it really get us? And now they're trying to spin and saying, hey, even though we spent a lot of money on this campaign that did not return any investments, yeah, we should all be happy. I mean, she almost won. Well, yeah, almost doesn't count, but yeah. Yeah, but and also the thing is, like I said, Boris Johnson, she mentioned before, yeah, him openly endorsing her and giving Boris Johnson's history and predisposition, yeah, that was the kiss of death, though. That is like would be like George W. Bush endorsing somebody at a time when he was president in the early 2000s and expect that person's going to win. Or better, if Donald Trump had come out and endorsed Kamina Johnson-Smith, yeah, that would have been a good reason to not vote for her. So it would have been better if Boris Johnson pretty much, yeah, I'm not going to touch this, but given the fact that this is the rumors that she was going to be his meat puppet, or the whole England's puppet on the string, yeah, that would be. I can, yeah, he was pretty much trying to say, hey, we're in a corner because we expect that we were going to get something in return had she won. But yeah, this is yeah, the teachable moment about this is that all the people who are trying to prop this lady up as that she was going to get it. Let's just be honest, she was never going to get it. Let's just be honest. Mr. Bean, the character, fictional character played by Ron Atkinson, had a better choice of being Commonwealth Secretary General than she did in real life. Because, like I said, like Kamina Johnson-Smith, let's just be honest, due to the fact that her party is not, again, is just just been this a den of robber barons and opportunists and fork tongues oil salesmen. Yeah, she wasn't really. Yeah, this was not really going to go far because and so on. And yeah, would that have been? I'm not going here to say that Patricia Scotland, who I don't know that much about, that she's on the side of Angels either. I barely know anything about her. She may have some controversy about her, but due to the fact that there's also the fact that Jamaica, and this is something that we refuse to really acknowledge, that Jamaica is not seen as a very serious contender on a collective level on the world stage. That we're just seen as this island where nice beaches, sunshine, coconut, coconuts, like say ganja, reggae music, and unfortunately, a very a high rising crime rate that is not abating anytime soon. We are our so-called leaders we have in both parties are not really seen as pillars of virtue or moral strength. We're really seen as just these puppets on a string, these agents in suits that don't really serve the general the benefit, serve the interests of most of the Jamaican people, but we're just seen here just to serve the interests of the big wigs as well as other people outside of the country. Yeah, we're just here to be servants of that colonial system that is still very present to us. So yeah, they're not. Yeah, at most let's see Kamina Johnson Smith as a pretty face, much like Lisa Hanna and various other eye candy politicians who are female. Well, at the end of the day, they're just gonna say, yeah, we know what your party's get down is. Yeah, bear in mind that many of our people in our circles are no different. We're just as much criminals as a current government in Jamaica. But at the end of the day, is that yeah, we know we can trust as far as we can throw you. Yeah, because like I said, at least with our indiscrepancies, yeah, we're better at sugarcoating it and just dressing it up. Whereas you're not that slick and subtle. So yeah, no, thank you. Yeah, yep. So let's just be honest, though, Zach. Kamina Johnson-Smith, yeah, she was never gonna win. It's just that it was a damn to failure exercise, just like with Larry Elder when he was trying to run for governor of Florida, governor of California, and yeah, it didn't matter how much how much publicity he got. He was never really going to be in that seat, though. You're just put there on there for good spectacle before his gig got too old, and they just ushered him out. And that's the same thing that happened to her. Yeah, that she was, yeah, nice, pretty face. I mean, but yeah, outside of that, yeah, she's never going to see that seat. At least in this lifetime. And again, due to again how her and her party gets down in Jamaica, we're not really going. Yeah, that didn't really help her cause. And yeah, being endorsed by Boris Johnson, as I said, is a kiss of death. Yeah, that is how you're going to look at it. Now, who else would I compare Kamina Johnson Smith apart from Larry Elder? Kamala Harris. Same difference, both of them. Again, these are photogenic women with Caribbean ties who have more questionable reputations due to the parties that they're aligned to. Both of them are those who were hyped up. Well, Kamina Johnson Smith to a lesser extent. By the end of the day, is that no one was really, but all they were just put on there for good publicity, and then they were ushered out when their stick got old. Now, Kamal and now the other telling comparisons that with both females is that You had their boosters and cheerleaders saying that that these were promising rising stars that could have gone on to better things. Yeah, except for the fact that both of them would just been vicarious gimmicks that a lot of their foolish supporters and cheerleaders would be living through. None of them would have done anything for for the people who were cheering them on. Like Kamala Harris has done, who pretended that she's part of the black community, has not done anything for the black community. Well, not in a good way. There are people who cheer on Kamala Harris because of her Jamaican ties due to her dad. Bear in mind, she never talks to her and her dad have been estranged for years. Really anything to do with each other. Kamala Harris has done nothing for Jamaica in any way or form. I mean, apart from visiting her family in Jamaica, which does not count. But the thing is that people deluded believe just because she's has some Caribbean connection that she's in their corner. Just like with Miss Kamina Johnson-Smith, that they're just because they're part of or have Caribbean heritage that they're going to prioritize the Caribbean prioritize people who come from their families' backyards. Get the hell out of here, yeah. So my teachable moment about this is that again, this is what happens when you cling too much to the constant symbolic gestures. How this usually blows up in their faces. Because you did not need to have to be Nostradamus or Joan of Arc to see it. Yeah, she is not going to nail that. But at the end of the day, is that Jamaica itself, we never got anything. We were never going to get anything. This whole thing was just basically a lesson to showing what happens again when you play out when you do the fool's errands of having that believing that just because someone is apparently has a lineage or something common heritage wise that they're going to be in their corner. Yeah, it was never going to work out, and as I said, they're never really going to give her that position. What I see, I know with Kamina Johnson-Smith, now that she's pretty much been sent back home, she'll be back in her position in her party. I mean, like they'll probably that's that seat that she had. Yeah, I mean, like they'll probably find a way to give it back to her, or even if she's not in Parliament directly, which she'll likely be. She'll probably get this nice six-figure salary job, and then she'll be living half the hog. She'll still be having that nice little house in that gated community, of food on her table, for a table, a roof over her head. Yeah, she's going to be fine though. I mean, she may have been disappointed when she get what she wants, but at the end of the day is that she's going to come home, go about her business, and then her and her party are just going to just proceed and go and proceed from this loss, and that's pretty much about it. And that's how it's going to play it from now on. Is those that this was a loss for her, a L for her, but she's going to be back. I'm not saying this because I'm cheerleading for her. I'm just saying that facts wise, this has just been a setback for her, but this is not really going to destroy her career or whatever. And but the thing at the end of the day is that if Kamina Johnson-Smith had a better reputation in a party that wasn't like run by morally questioning people, would I have supported her? Yeah, I'd have liked to. Whether she won, I would have thrown my hat and say, "Hey, I think she'd do a good job." No, the thing I'd say beforehand is that is she going to do something for Jamaica financially? Is she going to help Jamaica directly, even though she's going to be having to really be Secretary General for the whole Caribbean or whatever, for the Commonwealth? Yeah, she would not be. She would still have to. She'll still have to cater the needs of all the other islands. But at the end of the day, if she would shown that she had a track record where she'd had the best interests of Jamaica on a whole, I would not have had an issue with her throwing her hat in the race for this position. But let's just be honest, she has not shown that she's done collectively anything for Jamaican people. So I never really was in her corner to begin with, and I basically said, Should she get it, yeah, it was going to be a huge cash grab, and she's going to be current favor certain people. Not really going to be looking for the general interest of Jamaicans or even other Caribbean countries where the people need representation the right way. But due to the fact that hey, it ended how I predicted it ended, yeah, like I said, we didn't really gain anything. We didn't lose anything either. And that's just me doing my general discussions. So but as I said, to not keep blabbering on, there's a teaching moment again is that, hey, this is what happens when you believe in symbolic gestures. Because when they fall flat on faces, what do you really get to the end of this? And this is for my Jamaican masses. That's something to think about. So I conclude this recording. This is for State of Jamaica and the Caribbean. Check out my YouTube pages, Miles Goosen Farron, Miles Productions with Thoughts and Miles. Ciao.